What's going on, everybody? This is Rad Tech Shoe, and before we begin part 6 of Devil May Cry 3, we're gonna sit back and relax and enjoy a cutscene. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and start Mission 6. Now, I have a confession to make. Before we get too far into this video, I want to let you guys know that this is my second time playing through this mission. I played through it already, and I saved, and I thought everything was fine, but for some reason, when my Elgato, it says it recorded like, 29 minutes of video, but, it says it recorded more than enough, but for some reason it only recorded half the video that I needed it to, and so that's a no-go, so I pretty much had to, and I had already saved, so I had to reload and go back to mission select and play this mission again. So there are some items in here that I won't be getting because I already have them, but I will make note of them and point them out when necessary. So we're going to come up here and start the first trial. Alright, as you can see, the first trial has begun, and we pretty much have to light up the rune wheels in order to make the enemies vulnerable. We can hit them right now, but it won't do a lick of damage to them. So what we have to do is just attack both wheels, and now that they're both lit up, the enchantment on the enemies is broken, and we can now deal damage. So we're going to fight multiple waves of them, and just pretty much annihilate them as they come. There's Hell Prides, Hell Gluttony, there's gonna be some Sloths, and some Lusts as well. And pretty much, like I said, this is pretty straightforward. There's even a Wrath right there. This is all just nothing too extreme. The Lusts might give you a little bit of a headache, and the spell will reactivate. The wheel will, just like any rune wheel, it'll fade out with time, and you have to attack them both. So I've just found that using Rebellion's standard 3-hit combo 3 times on each wheel is the most effective way of doing it. You can use it however you want. So I'm going to be using Swordmaster as my technique for this mission. It's almost leveled up, as you noticed in the power-up menu. It's pretty close. And we're going to be getting that to level 2 in this mission. So we just got to power through these guys, finish them off, and then we will get our reward for completing this trial. Come on over here, and let's pick up the Essence of Fighting. There are 3 essences. This is the first one, and this room is probably pound for pound the more difficult of the 3 trials. The second trial, the middle one, is going to be, it can be frustrating, but if you have good judgment, you should be able to get through this one without getting touched. So we got spikes coming at us. The ones on the ground, just jump over them. The ones on the ceiling, just run under them. You don't even need to do anything. The ones sticking out of the sides on the left and the right, just avoid them. And it's really straightforward. You just have to time the spikes on the bottom. Those are the hardest ones to time, but with a little bit of practice, you should be able to get it. Now on the way back, after we grab the Essence of Technique, we're going to encounter some Blood Goyles and some Hell Gluttony, my bad. We're going to fight some Hell Gluttony. So just deal with them however you see fit. You can totally bypass these guys if you want, but I like killing them. They're not too difficult. And even without Trickster, I'm doing a decent job of dodging their attacks. These guys aren't too dangerous. So just power through these guys and just finish them off. This guy right back here, but there's one more down here. It's taking forever to die. So right here, bingo! Swordmaster level 2. We gain new abilities with each melee weapon. Dante can throw Rebellion, and while he can throw it, just launch it forward, and it'll return right back to him like a boomerang. For Agni and Rudra, they send a shockwave of fire and wind on the ground. And for Cerberus, as you saw, it'll create a bunch of ice spikes along the ground. So now that we're done with the second trial, we're going to go on into the third trial. This is easily the quickest one. We have to choose the right door 3 times. We choose the correct door, mind you, not the right. We choose the right door the first time, the left door the second time, and then the middle door the third time, and then bam. It's that simple. To leave, just head out any door, and we're back here at the beginning. And just like that, all 3 trials are complete. Now, you don't need to complete all 3 in order to move on. However, if you want a special item, that item, you'll need to get all 3. So put in the first essence, nothing happens. Put in the second one. And it blasts the debris clear of the door. But if we want to get that item, we have to get all 3 essences. Now, that is a gun that we just picked up called Artemis. Obviously, I'm not going to have it equipped because, well, obviously you didn't see me pick it up because I already have it. So I'm not going to pick up the same weapon. Right over here in this area where Dante's standing right there is a combat adjudicator that you need Agni and Rudra for. But head out this way to end the mission.
Well, well. You've grown stronger.
Go to hell.
You point a gun at me? Your own kin? Your dear papa?
The only family I ever had was my mother. And she's dead!
You break my heart. After all, it was I who gave you your name. My darling daughter.
And that is the end of Mission 6. So it's a pretty short mission, nothing too special, fancy, or difficult. The trials are what it's all about, and as you saw, the trials aren't really all that bad. So we're just going to go ahead, power through this mission. And now, it's a good thing I actually leveled up Swordmaster, because now this is the final one I'm going to use Swordmaster on, at least for a while. Next is Gunslinger. But that is it. That is the end of Mission 6, and I will see you all in Mission 7, everyone. This is RadTech Shu, signing off.